Hi guys, welcome to our health cooking class. Today we're going to make some chia pudding. So chia is going to be kind of our star ingredient this time. Chia seeds are just these little tiny little seeds right here. Can you see them? Very tiny little seeds, and you know, when I was younger, there was these things you could buy called the Chia Pet, and you put chia seeds on it and they grew, they sprouted, and the thing that you would put it on looked like a head, so it looked like it was growing hair, or it was an animal, it looked like fur was growing. And so when I was young and I heard chia, and there was even a song that went chia, and it was about chia pets. I don't know how many of your parents remember that, but chia seed is actually very good for you. So one thing that's really amazing about chia is that it has the 3 macronutrients that you need, which are carbohydrates for energy, protein for building muscle, and healthy fats, which helps your brain and your heart and your organs function well. So the healthy fat that they have are the omega-3 fatty acids, which actually really help your brain and your heart and those things. So it's full of fiber, which we know fiber is good because it pushes everything through so you can get out the toxins and go potty. And it has antioxidants, which fight off, right, we talked about oxidants are things that make us age and get sick and those type of things. And it has calcium in it, just like milk or any kind of cheese or that type of thing. It also has calcium in it, so it's full of yummy stuff. So what we're going to do today is I want to make a pretty pudding, so I chose a pretty glass, so I'm going to use that today. But one thing we need to make our chia pudding is coconut milk. Now coconut milk, we live on an island that has a lot of coconuts, and we might drink coconut water or coconut milk or eat the coconut flesh, and those coconut is one of those debated things in the health world. You know, some people say that coconut products are so good for you that you should use the coconut oil and the coconut milk and the coconut water, and then some people say, oh no, coconuts are not very good for you. But here's what I found out was that coconut milk in particular is high in saturated fat. And you're supposed to have fats. They help your brain, right? They help your body function, but you're supposed to have healthy fats, like the omegas and those. But this actually has saturated fat, and we have found that saturated fat is not good for you, that is not good for your heart. But the kind of fat in this is called, and I wrote it down, so I don't forget, medium chain triglycerides, which are actually, your body uses those very well. Your body is able to process those, and it even might help you lose weight, which you're thinking this is high in fat, but anyway, it's supposed to help you metabolize your food and that type of thing. So anyway, we're going to make some chia pudding, and this is about 2 cups. So I'm just going to pour the whole can in here. It says 2 cups of coconut milk. You can measure if you want. There's nothing wrong with measuring, but 2 cups of coconut milk. And then we take our chia, and it says we need for our chia 1/3 cup. So this is a 1/3 cup. And I'm going to put, it seems like a lot of seeds, right? But we're going to put it, just pour it right into your coconut milk. And I'm going to get a spoon. And we're going to stir that in. You gotta stir careful, because if you just plunk that spoon in there and it's full like this, then it will spray your seeds all over the place. You gotta be really careful and slow and stir. And those chias want to stay at the top, but I'm gonna try to stir them so they go down. Go down, little chia seeds. Doesn't that look kind of fun? It looks kind of cool to have those many chia seeds. Alright, now we want to add to it some flavor. I think that if it was just like that, that would be fine. But I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, this is a tablespoon of chocolate, because I love chocolate. So I want it to be a chocolate flavor. This is just cacao. powder. Cacao powder is actually, this is really good for you, cacao powder. It's full of antioxidants. Remember the things that fight off aging and disease, right? So that's really good for us. The reason why people say chocolate is bad for you because they mix it with tons of sugar and milk and all those things that aren't good for you, which then your chocolate is no longer good for you, right? But if you just use the powder, now the only problem with the powder is it is not sweet at all. The cacao powder does not taste sweet at all. So that is why we get this. And this is not ketchup. This is honey. If you look closer, it looks more like honey, but we needed a different jar that could pour really well. And this particular recipe says to put in 1 tablespoon of honey. Now you can use any kind of sweetener that you like or you have, and you don't have to put the chocolate in. You could have made it a vanilla flavor, or you could have just left it with chia, right? The chia coconut flavor, just have a coconut flavor. So, but here's the thing, it's the chia seeds. What's gonna happen is you're going to refrigerate this. You're gonna put it in the refrigerator, but not for 5 or 10 minutes. That's like, leave it in there. Like if you make this, you could make it at night, and then in the morning you would have morning chia. And you could eat pudding for breakfast because it's super healthy for you. You'd have your chocolate chia coconut pudding for breakfast. So, but if you don't make it in the night, you can make it, but I would leave it for a couple hours. The chia seeds are going to puff up, and they're going to make your milk, the whole texture of this become like a pudding texture. So I wonder if this is going to be, it might explode over my thing. Maybe I shouldn't have used this size of glass. Maybe I should have put it in a bowl. I don't know. Experiment. That's what this is all about, right? See what you like. So I've mixed it, and it looks like this, and I'm going to refrigerate it. I'm going to refrigerate it for 2 hours and see what happens. It's kind of like cooking, kind of like a science experiment, isn't it? Which both of those things are fun. So, all right. So, make some chia pudding and enjoy the benefits of chia. Okay.